Today we got Tech Girlie loses her job, then films herself crashing out by It's a Gundam. That's right, we got It's a Gundam on the channel. Probably the YouTuber with the best intro on the entire website. I mean, I love his intro. It's really, really good. But anyway, let's get into it. I like crash outs. We love crash outs, and there's nothing better. So let's get right into it.
This episode of Tech Girlies is going to be a little sad because some of the Tech Girlies are losing their jobs, downsizing. Oh no! What will these girls do? No, really, what will they do? They don't seem to have much skill. Let's get into it.
A day in my life working from the Google LA office. I always grab some candy from the reception before heading in. This used to be an old aircraft hangar, so the decorations hanging from the ceiling kind of looks like an aircraft flying in.
This is why Google sucks. And YouTube by proxy. They create this atmosphere of what job on earth is like this? Where you come in and there's like a little bowl of candy like it's Halloween. Have some candy. Before you start your day, you gotta be sweet. Oh. You know, that's how it is. And if you need help, instead of you talking to one of these absolute adult children stuck in a state of arrested development, you have to talk to their AI that they set up. Because God forbid, you raise your voice to one of these cream puffs.
Before it was a Google office, this aircraft...
Yeah, I worked at a place like this, right? This chick is so annoying. Yeah, no, definitely, yeah. But here's another thing. Here's another thing about this whole situation. I used to work at a building like this, and it was the most. You had the most fake people in the entire world that were always trying to sell you on something. They were always just came off as, I don't know, everybody was just kind of like cohesively living in this like gross like circle jerk mentality almost. It was like, I don't know, I really didn't like the atmosphere this shit did. It didn't feel, nothing felt competitive in the right kind of ways, you know? It was like competitive, you weren't like competing against each other. I don't know, everything about it sucks. I didn't like this like, oh, we're all friends, look, let's go get a bagel from the fucking, the guy who can ship bagels. Like, you know what I mean? I never liked this shit.
Aircraft hangar belonged to Howard Hughes, so there's tons of memorabilia.
It's just tragic. It used to be an aircraft hangar where they got planes ready to fight the Japanese. Now they bring in the grown kids to fiddle around with a little bit of code for the day.
Next, I'm gonna pass by these art installations. They're a really good photo op.
Oh, that's it.
Why does it have so much though? What's the point of this? I remember when I worked at the company that had like an office like this set up. It had 3 shipping containers stacked on top of each other in like a it was like boom, boom, boom. So it like had like stairs that went up to the very top one. No one ever spent any time in the 3rd level one. Why? Because it was 3 levels of stairs to nothing but another shipping container. You'd get up to the top, you'd be able to look over the entire building, right? You look over the entire building, see all the little stupid worker ants, all the little fucking squishies beneath your feet, feel like the Great Gatsby for 5 seconds, and then you went back downstairs, and you officially ruined your entire lunch from doing stairs the whole day. It was one of those things that was like, it's cool that it exists, but it really didn't have anything going for it.
It's perfect. They even have a spot where you can take photos for your Instagram.
Or you can sit in there and get some work done. I'm gonna head to the coffee shop to grab some coffee and a fruit cup since I missed breakfast.
Like I'm at work today, manifesting some good vibrations in my perfect man. Or maybe you might...
Bro, I worked at corporate HQ too. I just walked out one day and emailed HR lady saying it sucked. No, dude, it like, here's the thing. I would have liked, when I started the job that I was working at, right, I was like, they call me like, I was a retention manager, so I was still technically, like, would run the phones sometimes, but usually I would, like, deal with other people's problems, right, and there was, like, a lot of other people there that were, like, the call center people, you had, like, the sales reps, you had all, like, we had, technicians, and I would kind of work with all of them, in a way. But I remember being there, and I was just like, this would be cool if I felt like fucking Gordon Gekko once during the day. But instead, everybody felt like they were massaging their own egos. It was just fucking cringe, bro. I was more willing to stay there, but they were really fucked up workplace. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, the one I was at changed hardcore into being a fucked up workplace. It used to be like really about customer happiness rating. Like, we had this thing where it was like customer appreciation rating, and if you had a high one of those, you were fucking golden, dude. It didn't matter how many people you upselled. It didn't matter how all this other shit, how all your other numbers looked. As long as the customer was satisfied, you were fucking locked in. You were safe. And what they changed it to prioritize time spent with the customer, which was wanted it to be as short as possible. And then they also just wanted you to upsell no matter what. So if you don't have a certain rating on you re-upping people with new packages or whatever, you then were kind of put on the chopping block no matter how good of a customer satisfaction rating you had. Which fucked me, because my priority is always to help the customer out, especially like when I was the whole business I was working at. The reason I was working there was about customer satisfaction. And it just like, I put in so much effort, and then they were like, well, we gotta let you go because you haven't hit the satisfaction numbers, or not the satisfaction numbers. You haven't hit the numbers we need you to hit. I'm like, yeah, dude, cool deal, Big Pimpin'. I'm happy with whatever. I'm gonna go find another job, and I have, and I've been happier.
Put in a little bit of code. Who knows? Maybe you do both. You take a photo of your laptop and then wink at it like, ugh, look at me go.
Next, I'm gonna go upstairs and grab some lunch. They always have pizza and a variety of different vegetables and meat. The food is always really good.
Jesus Christ, look how good this is. Look at this meal. Those veggies are so beautiful and fresh. Look at that. I've never seen a pizza look that good ever. When I get pizza from Pizza Hut, which hasn't happened in years, there's usually some...
Dude, I do hate how these tech people like complain about how hard they work and like, oh, you can't get mad at these devs, when every development studio and every tech office looks like this. It's like, dude, you work in the most privileged fucking environment and you complain that you're getting worked too hard? Bro, get the fuck out of here. Like, there's literally people digging up ditches, and fucking you're complaining about, like, oh, can you believe Activision laid off this many? Yeah, they have 40 billion employees. Of course they laid some of these motherfuckers off.
Some spotty-faced teen that wishes death upon me for even showing up.
Dude, whenever I go anywhere that has, like, that sort of spread, I'm paying out the nose. Like, this is her job.
Here's what you can expect to pay for your tax prep.
Wait, this is...
And I know you might think that I'm being really insensitive, like, oh, well, you just want people to lose their jobs or whatever. No, I don't. I think if you're really good at your job, you should definitely be rewarded for your work. And I just think that a lot of these big studios, the big problem, and the reason we pay so much for games, the reason why games are shoved full of microtransactions, is because every game costs like a bajillion dollars to make. And the reason they cost so much is, one, they gotta pay people, and they have an unimaginable overstaffed amount of people. It's like the opposite of what they have in the animation industry. They're like, oh, look, I can't you got 5 animators. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Those 5 guys can do the entire show. Then the gaming industry, they're like, oh, do you want 17 more people? And tech is the same way. It's like, you want more people? Oh, you need to figure out how to hit Alt 4? Well, you need somebody to hit Alt. So we got 3 people, one to hit Alt, one to hit F4, and then one guy to stroke both of your dicks while you do it, you know, because we don't want any of you gonna get exhausted. And so they just overhire to the point that they're not making money, and then they eventually they have to scrap all those people because they do need to make money again. And I just realized there's a little kitty back here, and I like it.
Ate some almonds, dude. And I'm gonna be real with you, I think they're going a little bad.
And then I'm heading over to this butterfly themed room to take my first meeting. Then I'm gonna head over to the confetti room to take my next meeting. It's so sparkly and beautiful in here. I love that a lot of our rooms are themed.
Good Lord, there's a room for every meeting that's like a theme. You go in there like, ha.
Well, I haven't did just a room with a really big table that was called the meeting room, and you guys just went there and didn't go to a different fucking room every 2 seconds. Now, I get having multiple meeting rooms for multiple reasons, but why the fuck does it look like the inside of a pop star's vagina? Like, what the fuck is the, like, if I was in there, I'd be more uncomfortable. Now, I know it's supposed to, like, provide a relaxation and an ambiance. I'd be like, bitch, what the fuck's going on in here? Why does it look like you threw up a fucking unicorn's pussy in this bitch? Why does it look like a unicorn's pussy? Did you take a unicorn and fillet that bitch's pussy inside out and place it on the motherfucking walls, dog?
I'm really feeling this room, the energy it gives me, so that I may talk to you for 5 effing minutes like I have to do with some of my YouTube people.
Then I'm gonna grab my 2 favorite drinks, which is this green tea and coconut water.
They import that green tea from Japan. I know because I have people in Japan that send it to me. I have to be a YouTuber that has transcend cultural boundaries to get 1 free green drink.
And of course, everything you see in the office is free.
It's all free, bro. I knew it. You get paid to do a mediocre job.
Now this is bullshit. Dude. Oh, well, this is my high-end, fancy, imported Japanese drinky poo. They imported it just for me, and it's free. It's free. They love me so much. Fuck you, dog.
Typically hire chicks predominantly. Why, I don't know. And then they're like, here, have some beautiful spreads. If this is a normal business that just hired men, there wouldn't be all these beautifully...
Dude, if this was a business that just, like, only hired dudes, you'd have, like, a fucking foosball table. You'd have, like, a foosball table, a pool table, probably a smoking corner, like an outside part where everybody's, like, fucking smoking and miserable. And that's probably the extent of what it would be. I don't know if men would actually have it that much different, because some of these pussies out here be like, I need a fucking isolation chamber, or I can't focus, and it's like, how about you stop being a fucking bitch, dog?
Theme rooms that are supposed to make you feel good inside, you know? It would just be lifeless cuticles like the movie Office Space.
On my way out of the cafe, I ran into a doogler, which is a dog googler.
A dog googler?
Dude, I'm happy. Like, don't get me wrong, I really like my job, but if I show up and there's just food there and they're like, Jeffrey, you want some food? Dude, I cream in my fucking pants, and it could literally be a box of fucking saltine crackers, and I would cream in my fucking pants, because I'm like, they care enough to give me saltine crackers, my dude? Holy shit, these motherfuckers love me! These motherfuckers love me!
What the hell does that do?
It just comes around and chills. It's a big party for everybody.
And ran into some ghosts. When they were renovating the office, there were a lot of spooky stories from the crew. So there's a whole area in the office.
I was walking to my office, Nancy. You wouldn't believe this. I was walking to my office, and this ghost just came out of the woodwork. The ghost came out of the fucking woodwork, Nancy, and it just undressed me and fucked me over my own desk. Never have I ever gotten a dicking that was as good as that ghost gave to me, Nancy. Nancy, I thought I was a very straight man, Nancy, and then the ghost fucked me in my ass, Nancy. Now I might be not as straight, Nancy, because I might like when there are things inserted in my ass, Nancy. Nancy, did you know maybe you pegged me tonight after dinner, Nancy?
Where you can listen to them.
Have you heard anything so retarded in your life? There's so much time in the day for silliness. And Google's like, what if we had a room that was ghost themed for all of our workers that are into the paranormal? Because people working here said that they heard odd things. What's the point of this? This is like stuff...
Dude, it's literally just like the one creepy guy he's been living there. He's been living there since it was a fucking place where they made planes and shit, and he's just living the walls. And once he started seeing all these tech girls go in, he's just in the walls just like he's like, work on Google stuff faster, bitch.
For kid, the last time I interacted with something like this, I was in kindergarten, guy. Come on.
Then I got more work done and headed over to the massage chairs to wrap up my day. Let me know what you want to see next.
I don't want to see you ever again. Massage chairs.
Bro, these are the most privileged motherfuckers in the entire world, dude. I don't think these people realize how fucking privileged they are. They lived in and work in the most fucking privileged environment, every fucking second of every day. It's disgustingly privileged. It's so fucking, oh no, well, my first hour of my day was too hard. Well, it looks like I gotta get in my massage chair so that I can really stretch out my fucking pussy, though.
Wrap up your day. Wow.
A day in my life getting laid off at Google.
Uh-oh. Our girl just got fired. What?
So I woke up to this really ominous text from my boss, and I honestly had no idea what it was going to be about.
Hey, Nicole, feel free to give me a call. I get those sort of ominous texts from my YouTube partner manager. We need to speak to you. But the difference is I'm constantly productive, so I should be getting an award.
So I called her the minute I woke up and saw this, and she told me to check the news and my email.
Google to cut 12,000 jobs and 6% reduction of global workforce.
What did I tell you? When you're trying to make the monies in this big industry, kid, you gotta make some hard decisions. And when you make those hard decisions, kid, you gotta make some cuts. And listen, no more fucking massage chairs. No more fucking lame-ass Instagram girls. No more fucking pussies. Listen, we gotta make some fucking money. We've been bleeding money for way too fucking long there, kid. So it's time that we start fucking punching dicks again, guys. Oh, yeah, check. I'll punch you straight in the pussy. I do not give a fuck.
Back in January of 2023. And it's updated in January 23. Who cares?
So I rushed downstairs to find out that I had lost access to basically everything. I couldn't log into my email or even check my calendar.
Okay, she's totally fired. 100% fired. That's the most that girl's probably ever rushed to get to a computer to work ever in her life. The whole time she's had that job, she's never rushed. She's probably always just like, la 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 la. It's another day, Google. Time to have my lobster bisque. That girl got on the bed. She ran down those stairs. She's like, shit.
Perth, Melbourne.
Today was smoked salmon day.
I called my boss back and we just sobbed over the phone because she...
Oh my god. Her boss is literally sitting there like, yeah, sweetie. Yes, I feel super sad for you. I just wanted, I had another massage. Yes, sweetie, it was very bad for you. I feel really bad for you. I'm crying too. I promise I'm crying too. Yeah, dude, this is super, fucking bitch. Hey, this is super sad. Lots of tears. Yeah. Oh no, I gotta go now. Oh yeah, bye.
God damn it, that bitch would never shut the fuck up.
She was also finding out about my layoff for the first time today too.
Finding out for the first time today, he has definitely heard about the layoffs previously. He has definitely known about this shit for a while. It's just been bouncing back and forth, and then eventually they made the hard cut when he's probably been sitting there, how do I fix this? How do I fix this? How do we maintain? How do I push this off to the last moment? You know, when they first get the news, they could be like, hey, you know that they're talking about layoffs and we should probably, I'm just saying, be smart, work your ass off, and we'll see what we can do about it.
Us is like, better you than me, bitch.
I started getting calls from a bunch of my coworkers and started finding out who else was let go on my team.
Now, let me get through these messages. I guess I'm only going to do this girl today. 12K layoffs announced for Google. Oh, no. David, I got laid off. David, I need a second to process this information. What's the process? You've been fired. That's it. There's no extra steps.
But I think the worst part is that it seems like no one was consulted on this decision.
Like, why wouldn't you cut underperformers or teams where the work wasn't impactful? How do you know you weren't?
Bitch, you were fucking in my massage chair every 25 minutes of the day.
Underperforming. Nobody gets rid of someone that does something well unless they have absolutely no choice. I'm telling you right now.
Everyone was just finding out about the layoffs at the same time.
No, Nicole, he 100% didn't know. Leave David alone. It's truly random. No one. It's so odd. Partners are the center of our cloud strategy. Why are we cutting folks who support them? What do you do?
It just felt like a really bad game of Russian roulette, and there was no consistency around who was let go. It was also not performance-based.
You're such a high performer. It doesn't make sense. How do you know she's a high performer? Unless you...
I've seen her give the boss the best blowjobs. Listen, Nicole. I think we should have kept her because she gives the best blowjobs. I'm not gonna lie. This is Activision Blizzard employee here, and I want you to know she gives the bestest blowjobs. She can sucky all day.
You were paying attention to what she was doing and then going, wow, this bitch is actually working and I'm just found. You know what's also funny? The chick took the time to record all of this and film herself crying and eating. Why would you do this? This is such a weird level of like, what do they call it? A parasocial sort of thing? Who the hell knows? I'm not a psychiatrist.
So it just felt really random. I opened up LinkedIn, which honestly was not great for my mental health. There were so many people who were in the same boat that were both equally as shocked and blindsided, but it did help me feel a little less alone. Honestly, I spent so much of the day crying that I just felt so tired from being sad.
It looks like a lot of women were fired from what I could tell on her Facebook.
Get the fucking women out of here, Nicole. I have you to give me blowjobs. I don't need these other fucking whores. Get these other fucking whores out of my fucking eyesight. All they're doing are eating my fucking green beans. Those green beans were meant for me, Nicole. I told to tell them this fucking ghosts because I know women. Women are fucking retarded and scared of everything. So I was like, hey, listen, you giant fucking pussies. Maybe a spooky ghost gave me blowjob in the break room. Oh, and I thought they'd just all fucking leave, but they made it a whole fucking event inside the store. They came in and they said, "Did you see about the spooky fucking ghost? You fucking." I was like, "Bitches, I'm gonna have to fire all your asses, you fucking whores."
This did not help my mental health. I hate that phrase. I've never heard of that until like recent years. Before you got fired, you're just like, yeah, it sucks. And your friends are like, yeah, that does blow, man. You want to play some music? Like, yeah, dude, let's get high. This chick's like, oh my God, I have to film a TikTok and I have to show everybody what I'm going through.
And wanted to do something that would just make me feel better. Luckily, I have an annual pass, so I headed over to Disneyland because I wanted to go eat my feelings.
She has a fucking Disneyland annual pass, bro. No, dude. Why are Disney people always the most cringy? These are the people that are like, hey, do I want to show you my entire fucking day? You want to check out my day? We should jerk each other off and then go to Disney World. Did you really like Mulan? I've seen it 782 times. I don't have a personality other than watching Disney stuff.
That's not a good idea, girl. Don't eat your feelings. You don't want to be jobless and fat. The boys do not like chubby Asian girls with no ass.
So I started off with a cinnamon galaxy churro and then went to the teriyaki turkey leg. This is a special limited edition item for the Lunar New Year celebration at Disney California Adventure. I had some Rice Krispie, a corn dog.
God, this is just so childlike, you know? Whenever I got fired, I immediately started looking for another job. One time I got fired from my job and then went looking for other jobs the same day, bro. I walked out the door and said, uh-oh, time to get on the grind. This chick's like, I'm going to Disneyland.
Did some drawing and even had another churro. I don't really know what's next for me, but I'll be vlogging.
Bro, the fuck? Dude, she's keeping Disneyland in business just by buying all the churros. Now, I'm a fat fuck. Everyone knows I'm a fat fuck. But dear God, she's like, well, I might as well get another churro. I just fucking lost my job. So I know Disneyland has like an infinite resource of churros. So might as well go spend all my money that I had saved up. Who needs rent when I can eat churros?
My journey and posting more content about it, so feel free to follow along.
Bro, I got nothing for this chick. She's a wild animal. She was crying because she knew she was never getting another job like that again. Google and YouTube literally hire people and then just give them an atmosphere that isn't normal and unrealistic, and they pay you well for it. And before you know it, all these chicks start feeling their oats. They get online, they start posting, they buy stuff they can't afford. Women always do this, then they show up online, lose their job, freak out, start looking at their ex-boyfriend.
By the way, men do this as well. I've known tons of dudes to get a job in like security stuff. They're like, I got a fucking maid now, dude. I got a fucking maid. I just bought myself a GMC 3000 Super Cum Max jizz load. And, dude, this is gonna be sick. Then they get fired like a month into the fucking job because they keep oversleeping. Like, I've seen it happen so many times. Like, how am I going to afford my Jizzmaster 5000, bro? And I'm like, yeah, you shouldn't have bought it because I told you not to fucking buy it before you got the job.
I need help. I can't pay for my car. I'm being too real. That's going to bite me in the ass later. Let's get the hell out of here, Ludwig.
It was great. We loved that. That was so much fun. I really enjoyed myself some some It's a Gundam. I always enjoy myself some It's a Gundam. Until next time, like, subscribe, and whatever. You know the thing.